Hello citizens, this is Digital Master here, and I'm introducing a new Star Citizen series designed to help you find the best ships and value for your intended playstyle within specific and different price point ranges. I am making this video for those of you who might be brand new to the game, just getting started, or maybe you have been here a while but have yet to jump in. I hope the information is useful to you. So my goal with this series is to provide enough information for you to make your best decision for your pledging and playstyle goals as it relates to what ships might be best to pick up. To that effect, I am going to break down the ships and the price ranges discussed and tie them together with specific pledging or gameplay specific goals. I am sure I will not capture every single goal that each individual person may have, but I aim to try to encapsulate as many as I can within the goal topics that I am choosing for this particular series. Please feel free to provide suggestions or feedback on this in the comment section of the video. For this series, we will go from an initial pledge range of $20 US all the way to $1,000 US by the time we are all finished. I will try to focus on ranges instead of just one price target for each video. I do hope you find value in this series, and please share your feedback with me. Finally, and quite an important note here, I will assume that you already have a game package for accessing the game in general. I want to reiterate that you make sure that you have a game package before buying standalone ships. I have a video linked above if you would like more information on the differences between the two. So in this first episode, we would discuss the price target within $20 US all the way up to $50 US. We would discuss the main options available throughout the year, as well as some limited options generally available through special sales. All in all, I aim to cover every single ship option available to you in these ranges, regardless of its limited availability on the RSI store. The general pledging goals we will derive our information and logic for and discuss in this video are the following categories. 1. Maximizing gameplay, or game loops. This has everything to do with the gameplay loops each ship provides access to. Number 2. ROI, or the return on investment. That has everything to do with in-game to real-world money ratios. And number 3. Solo versus multi-crew, whether you decide to play solo or with friends. Starting out, I will list out all the standalone pledges available to you at this price point. Depending on when you watch this video, I do urge you to take these options discussed in this video and check out the pledge store on the RSI site to see if there are any special promotions going on or new ships available within the price target. CIG does release new ships periodically and may release a new ship within this price point after I have made this video. Be sure to consider those potential options in conjunction with the options and recommendations laid out here. Another consideration is that I am omitting vehicles as of right now. Ships are needed to truly experience what is currently available in the game. Though vehicles are quite important to ground gameplay, ships are what get you there to begin with. I may decide to create a separate video or series for vehicles at a later time. So here is a list of the 14 ships that fall within the price range of $20 US to $50 US. Number 1 is the Aurora ES. Number 2 is the P52 Merlin. Number 3 is the Aurora LX. Number 4, the Mustang Alpha. Number 5, the Aurora MR. Number 6, the MPUV or the Argo Cargo. Number 7 is the P52 Archimedes. Number 8 is the Mustang Beta. Number 9, the Aurora LN. Number 10 is the MPUV Personnel or the Argo Personnel. Number 11 is the Aurora CL. Number 12, the Anvil C8X Pisces. Number 13, the 100i. And then finally, the number 14, the 85X. Using these ships, we will now discuss the different goals and or desires that you may have coming into this game. To begin, if your goal is to get the most out of gameplay, that is to say, being able to play as many game loops as possible, then here are my thoughts on the options available. Before I start listing, please be aware that I will not go into super detail on each ship's viability for each gameplay loop specifically, but rather just highlight whether it can participate in that game loop at all or not. For example, I will not delve into how capable a ship is in combat or what its components are compared to another, but rather that it has weapons and the ability to fight and maybe carries a designation of being a fighter. So number 1, the Mustang Alpha. The Mustang Alpha is a great ship for experiencing most of what is in the game today. A lot of what I'm going to say here will apply to some of the variants in this list as well as other similar ships in the list. The Alpha will afford the ability to participate in ship combat, which does include bounty hunting and mercenary mission. With the Alpha, you can also carry a max of 6 SCU, as it is considered the cargo hauling variant of its ship series. In fact, it is the only Mustang that can carry cargo. So this ship is really good for entry-level cargo hauling. It is worth noting that the Alpha does not have an interior, so box delivery missions are not possible with this ship. As far as other general missions, the Alpha will be capable of running most, but again, any missions requiring boxes to be delivered from destination A to B will not be possible. Finally, the Alpha has a quantum drive and will have a jump drive or the ability to fit one, so you will be able to travel within a system and potentially System 2 system. The second ship in this list is the Aurora MR. The MR or Ormarquis is another variant of the Aurora series, and it is configured to be a combat/cargo focused vessel. Carrying a total of 3 SCU, it is capable of cargo running, though at an entry level. With its additional guns and missile payload, it can hold its own in entry-level combat with its peers. When it comes to box missions, this ship is capable as it has an interior, like its other variants. Regarding starter ships, this series also has a bed which provides the ability to log out and back into the ship. Also, as with the other Auroras, you have a quantum drive and the ability to fit a jump drive if one does not come standard. This allows you to travel both within and to and from other star systems. Number 3, the Aurora ES. The ES is the entry-level Aurora that focuses on being a jack of all trades, yet master of none. This ship is not the best at anything when compared to its peers or variant siblings. However, it does provide you the capacity to perform most of the gameplay loops available today. So moving on to the next ship, at number 4 we have the P52 Merlin. Now this ship, as beautiful as it is considered a snub ship. Snub ships in Star Citizen are explained as being ships completely dependent on another ship. The P52, though possibly flown by itself, comes for free with the Constellation series, specifically the Taurus, Andromeda, and the Aquila versions. Speaking of it being dependent on another ship, the P52 does not have a quantum drive, and this alone is a huge deal when deciding if you want this ship or not for the use in gameplay. I listed this ship because it fits the price point, but as far as gameplay goes, it is indeed quite limited when compared to the other ships on the list. Do note, however, that if you are deciding to pick up this ship, you will not be able to do anything outside of combat, and even that is locked to within a local area. Again, with no quantum drive, you cannot even travel far within a system without the company of a larger ship, specifically one that can house the P52 like the Constellation series. The P52 also does not have an interior, further limiting its current in-game use. If you are picking this ship up with the Constellation or another ship, it can be a lot of fun to fly and even fight against other ships. Just do not expect to travel far, if at all, with this one. This ship is not always available for sale, but tends to be on sale during the anniversary sale and maybe some other special sales promotions throughout the year. Number 5, the Mustang Beta. The Beta is the exploration variant of the Mustang series of ships. Designed with an interior, it is equipped with a bed for logging in and out, and full amenities for basic survival, which includes a small kitchenette, storage space, and a bathroom. It is designed for longer range. Unlike the Alpha, it does not have any cargo space, and though it has an interior, access to the interior is gated by the cockpit, which has a ladder for entry, meaning box delivery missions are a no-go. The Aurora LX comes in at our number 6. The LX is the exploration and most luxurious variant of the Aurora series. This variant can do what the others do, but maybe in a bit more style. This ship is not always available for sale, but does tend to be available during the anniversary sale. At number 7 comes the Aurora LN, the Legionnaire. The Legionnaire is the proper fighter variant of the bunch, carrying additional hardpoints, missiles, and armor. The defining feature of this ship is in fact its improved hull defenses. I am not sure what this will look like with the upcoming armor systems update, but I am sure that it will involve being stronger in armor than the other variants. Next up at number 8 is the MPUV Cargo or Argo Cargo. Like the P52 and P72, the MPUV series of ships are also considered snub ships with extremely limited capabilities. In this case, the cargo variant is designed to carry cargo from one ship to another or planet side. The Argo MPUV Cargo is a snub ship that comes with the Idris as its parent ship. The Argo Cargo does not have a quantum drive, but does have an interior cargo grid for quick transfer of goods from one location to another in a local area. This ship is also limited and not always available for sale. At number 9, we have the P52 Archimedes. The P72 is a luxury variant of the P52. As with the P52, the P72 comes as a stock snub ship on the constellation Phoenix. The P72 is faster and handles better than the P52 according to its specs. Expect the same in regard to gameplay capacity as the P52. This ship is not always for sale, but does tend to show up during the anniversary sale. At number 10, we have the Aurora CL or the Clipper. The Clipper is the mercantile and trading variant of the series. It boasts an expanded cargo capacity of 6 SCU over its variant siblings. For gameplay, it affords the same capabilities as the others. However, if you are planning to focus on trade and cargo hauling, this might be the variant for you, if you are a fan of the Aurora series of ships to begin with. And at number 11, we have the MPUV Personnel or the Argo Personnel. And as with the MPUV Cargo discussed earlier, this variant is different only in that instead of cargo, it carries personnel. So transporting troops or passengers from one ship to another is what this ship is designed for. Again, as a snub ship, it is limited to the spacefaring range of a host ship where it can dock and be transported longer distances. This ship is not always available for sale, but again, tends to be available during the anniversary sale. The Anvil C8X Pisces comes in at number 12, and this is an exploration ship designed to pair with the Anvil Carrack, the large exploration spacecraft. However, it can do a lot on its own. It is not considered a snub ship like some of the other Parasite type ships listed earlier. The C8X has an interior, complete with an interior cargo grid and seats for additional crew. The Pisces also has a quantum drive, allowing it to be self-sufficient in space travel. As far as gameplay is concerned, it can carry 4 SCU of cargo, and with the interior space, allow you to run box delivery mission. If that was not enough, you can perform combat in this ship as well. I would consider this ship to be well-rounded. At 13, we have the Origin 100i. The 100i is the luxury starter ship from Origin Jumpworks and is a very stylish ship for starting your adventures in Star Citizen. For gameplay, it provides the capability to do most of the activities and missions available in the game today. You can participate in ship-to-ship combat, cargo hauling, box delivery missions as this ship does have an interior. You can log out with this ship as it also has a bed. Again, this is a limited ship, so you tend to be able to see or purchase this ship during the anniversary sale. And finally, at number 14, we have the Origin 85X. Now, the 85X is also a luxury ship designed and crafted by Origin Jumpworks. The 85X is an interesting ship in this list as most may view it as a snub ship as well. And in fact, it does carry that designation. However, it does not suffer from the same limitations as the others in this list as it carries a quantum drive. This beautiful ship is designed as a snub to the 890 Jump super yacht. It is designed as a ship to transport passengers to and from local destinations, which may include space stations or other destinations in a close proximity. The 85X is a 2-seater ship, but outside of this, does not really have an interior. As a result, gameplay options are still a bit limited here. You will not be able to run box delivery missions or run cargo transport as there is no cargo grid. The 85X does have weapons, and that does allow you to participate in combat, though some might recommend against it due to the limited defenses of this ship. This is also a limited ship, so stick around for the anniversary sale and you might see it come available for sale. So for this Go comparison, I think there are a few options here, and your final decision may differ from another. I specifically chose the 100i and the C8X for my final choices, as these boast the most capability and variety out of all the options. The 100i being my first choice because it allows for bed logging. However, it is not always available for sale. To that end, I also chose the C8X because it is always available for sale, but it lacks the bed logout feature. If bed logging is a priority for you, then I might suggest the Aurora CL over the C8X in that particular case. You do sacrifice the Multicrew support with the additional interior seats, but you get the bed logout feature in exchange. So on to our next goal, which is the return on investment. For the ROI goal, we are going to look at the in-game to real-world money ratio for the ships in our list. Let's begin. The following are the in-game costs for these ships. Please note that these values are always subject to change, and CIG has in fact modified in-game ship values in the past. So without further ado, here is a list of return on investment for each ship in no particular order. So as you can see, there is a clear victory for the 100i with 13,080 Alpha UEC to the $1 ratio of return. So if your goal is to maximize your investment to in-game value, the 100i is your best choice within this price range. So now let us go ahead and lay out the top 4 in this list so that you can have a better view and measure the closest competition. The good news is that although the 100i is the most cost efficient, there are others that are not too far behind. So for our final goal, we have the solo versus multi-crew, or playing with friends. So for the solo v multi-crew goal, I have the following thoughts. Only one of the ships listed in this case is truly designed for multi-crew in any official capacity. What I mean by this is more future related to how the multi-crew gameplay will actually work in Star Citizen by design. Review and consider the following when making your final decision here. Number 1, right now in the game, if there is space to fit additional people on a ship, then it is both doable and feasible as it pertains to transporting multiple people around the verse. This is not actually considered multi-crew gameplay though. Regarding actual gameplay features, none of these ships are designed to be operated in any way by more than one person. For number 2, for the future of the game, if the ship is designated as supporting a specific personnel capacity, then that will mean the life support system in that ship will be sufficient to support that amount of people, which includes any NPCs. In other words, if you bring 12 people on a ship that is only designated to carry or provide life support for 10 people, then there will not be enough oxygen to keep everyone alive when traveling in space. At the time of this video, that gameplay is not yet implemented, but when making any of these decisions, keeping the future in mind is key. CIG could introduce some more additional gameplay or factors that will be worth considering at a future date. However, for this video, I will use the information that is currently available. So for this particular goal, there really isn't any multi-crew ships on this list. Each of these ships are primarily solo ships. In the next video in this series, we should find many more options for multi-crew at those levels. So that is all for this price range, and I do hope that the information provided was actually helpful to you. If so, or if not, please let me know in the comments below and I will be sure to read and consider your thoughts. Thanks for watching and listening to my thoughts. I hope to see you in the verse. Take care.